Hey, what is going on, you guys? This is Tim Odell with Odell Complete Landscape. Today I want to be showing you guys how I installed a paver patio project, but this is part one of a two-part series. I did divide these videos up into two parts because there's a lot of detail that goes into the first part of how you get your preparation set up for placing down pavers. So part two will be coming out next, and that will be the whole setup of laying down the paver patio. But in part one, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how to prep your patio, driveway, side yard, pretty much anything, any place you want to put your pavers at. So there is going to be two sections of this paver patio. One side is going to be a driveway side, and one side is going to just be patio. So on one side, we're going to be going down roughly about 10 inches for the base, sand, and pavers, and on the other side, we're going to go down roughly about 6 to 7 inches, and the patio and the driveway is divided by those post brackets that you can see kind of sticking up in those in the concrete footers that they have. And later on, those will be covered up with like wood trim on the side, so it's not so ugly looking. Because when we do finish, I think those were higher than our pavers when we did finish everything. And the reason why we're going down so much deeper on one side than the other is because one side is going to be dealing with a lot more weight due to the cars that are going to be driving on it, and one side is just for foot traffic, so no need to go so deep on one side. So we're just going to dig down roughly, like I was saying, 10 inches on one side, 7 inches on the other. We're going to be breaking out our laser level, getting all of our benchmarks established and our low points and high points established, so we know exactly where we're going to be digging, and we put stakes in the ground to kind of give us an idea of where everything is. Also, there is a drain that you can see in the back right there that we are going to be tapping into and utilizing, and a sewer clean out that we have to deal with later on in the video. Oh, and I forgot to mention, there is a bollard that we are going to be taking out right here. We're jackhammering all the concrete around the area. We also did a saw cut just to help get the bollard out even more. But we're going to be moving that bollard over to the right side of this driveway entrance so that when the cars come in, they don't hit the new gas meter. That's going to be kind of in the front area. It's a shut-off valve actually, but still, you don't want any cars running into those pipes. Okay, so now that we have everything all dug out, our grade is looking good, we have the exact amount of depth we want for our paver patio, we're just going to start bringing base in. But before that, we are going to be forming up this little area where the bollard that we moved over is now placed to protect that shut-off valve for the gas. Sam's just forming that up right there. He's in the orange t-shirt. And then, I don't know if you can see the drain in the background right there that I'm pointing at. We're going to be using that as our new drainage system back here, and we're going to be placing it in the middle of the paver patio and the driveway area so that it'll be best utilized for drainage. And we're going to be connecting it to that previous drain that was already here that goes straight to the front of the house to the drainage sewer systems. And we have all of our pavers already here and base, so we're going to start bringing in all the base in. So when we did start bringing all the base in, the first thing we did was put base right in front of the big curb right there because it is a big drop down. We need something to go down on. Also, when we did set up these drains, I did put glue on them because I didn't want them to move or shift as we were bringing in base and putting base over the drainage system, because I don't want that falling apart before we can actually get the base on it. And what we're going to be doing right now is we're going to be setting up this laser level. And this red chalk line represents top of pavers. That is the top of pavers. And what we're going to do is we're going to use the laser level right now to set our drain lines and then also set our sewer clean out. Probably actually going to pull a string line from the red chalk line off the vinyl fence to the drains so that we can know the exact slope we're going to have when we start laying out the pavers and we start going towards the drain, so that the sewer clean out is already set to height. And then that's kind of pretty much it right now, what we got going on. And then after this, we're going to start bringing in the sand. And that will be pretty much the day of what we're going to be doing. Just grading, setting lines, setting grades, setting drains, setting the sewer clean out. And that's about it. This is where we're at right now. So I don't know if you guys noticed, right now what we're doing is we're pulling a string line from the furthest point, which is the highest point along that vinyl fence, to the lowest point, which is our drain. And we're making sure that that string line is flush on top of that sewer cap, so we know that when we do start to lay pavers out, that the pavers are going to follow that string line perfectly flush with the drain and the sewer clean out. Next, what we're going to be doing is we're setting 2x4s. Same thing, same concept with the string line. We're setting the 2x4s on stakes on the highest point to the lowest point. And this is our rough grade base right now. Pretty much what that means is that we're trying to get about 3 inches and a quarter right now below the top, below the bottom of those 2x4s. Once we get that grade established, which is 3 inches and a quarter, we're going to come in next with our fine-tuned base, which is a sand fill, to lay our pavers on top of. That base, or that sand fill, will be a 1-inch base. So we, in general, at the end, when it comes down to it, we're going to have 2 inches and a quarter from the top of our sand to the bottom of those 2x4s, so that we can lay our pavers out really fast, nice and easy, because our pavers are exactly 2 inches and a quarter. And that's the whole deal of what we're doing right now. It's also nice because those stability levels are exactly 2 inches and a quarter, so we can literally follow the top of the sand fill and the bottom of those 2x4s perfectly flush with each other as we screed and rake back the sand fill or the base. We're actually also going to be using a tamper to go around all the edges that we couldn't really hit with a compactor. So there's our compactor. We're going to be going over this thing for roughly about 2 to 3 passes. And then we just tamp all the edges around where the compactor just really couldn't hit. And then we just give this the base a nice flooding to help with compaction even more. And here is the sand fill base that I was telling you guys about. After we lay this in, which we're laying in about an inch, all we want is about 2 inches and a quarter left, because our pavers, like I'm saying, is 2 inches and a quarter exactly. Alright, so here are the pavers. The pavers are roughly about 2 inches and a quarter, and we just got all of our base in. This is a sandy concrete type of base where the surface will get hard once it gets wet, which is going to be nice. It'll make the surface that much stronger. Yeah, because this is going to be a little patio area, and then this is going to be a little driveway area. And we're actually using our little 2-foot level to get grades perfect. Plus, we like to grade things a little differently. Most people like to use sprinkler PVC pipes, 1/4 inch, 3/4, or an inch PVC pipes, and they'll just use a 2x4 and grade it and use them as a rail. But what we do is pretty much we put stakes all along the perimeter at the height of pretty much the highest point of the pavers, and we put our 2x4 on top to the lowest point, which is right there, the drains, and then we use this little 2-foot level, which is 2 1/4. See that? 2 1/4. So we pretty much want the top of this right here to meet at the bottom of that 2x4, so that we know that our pavers are going to fit perfectly. And then we check the levels as we grade as well. But if we did just put this 2x4 or our little level on top, you can see we already have slope. We're looking for about a 2% slope. That's what we're ideally trying to get right now. All in this little backyard patio, so that's a little driveway. So that's what we're doing right now, guys. And keep you guys updated as we move along. Oh, and then I'm going to be cutting this 2x4 right here to 2 inches and a quarter, so I can help Sam grade a little bit faster. But our DeWalt batteries are dead. Sam never keeps them charged.
No one's helping me.
So once I did charge up the DeWalt battery, I was able to make a cut on this 2x4 so I can get it down to 2 inches and a quarter, so I can help grade out this backyard even quicker. Also, just remember, this is part 1 of a 2-part series. Stay tuned for part 2, because that's when the patio, or the paver patio, is going to really start to come alive, and it's going to be really nice to see the final product, I believe. And I hope you guys enjoyed that part of the series. But if you did enjoy this first part, just let me know, and have a great one, guys.